Hi, hello, good day, and thank you for ordering the Bougainvillea's Bougainvillea. Woo! So, um, if you're new to Bougainvillea, to my tutorials, then I'd like to share now that this tutorial consists out of two parts. The first part is where I'm going to show you how to prepare the templates, and then part two is where we are going to create a stock, which is just this one. I'm just going to make a small one for a bouquet, but you definitely, if you want to, you could make a whole plant. Make it a bit longer, and then just you know shape it into a circle, and then you'll have a plant. I would suggest, if you don't know what to do, have a look, Google this flower, and then look for inspiration, or maybe you know what to do, and then yeah, you could adjust your branch. Obviously you can attach more flowers, make it bigger, so that's up to you. And if you're here to make the Athena bouquet, you can definitely make one branch, that is fine. I'm making two of each, but you can also make a small one and then just one of each flower, so it won't be that time consuming, because instead of making two of each, you can make one of each, and that saves a lot of time. So, oh, and that's it. So I have prepared, once again, I prepared most of the flowers here already, but don't worry, I will show you how to do what to do. Here, and then this template. So let's start with this. It's already dried up, I'm afraid, but what I did is I had this clear plastic refillable bowl ornament. You can definitely use just a bowl if you want to, and filled it with water, and you can see it's already dried up. And then I just put a drip of just a tiny bit of this liquid watercolor paint in there. I'm using sketching paper because I think this paper is closer to the real flower, but this definitely can be made with cardstock. Absolutely. I'm using cardstock for the leaves and for the stamen, but I chose to use sketching paper for the flower petals. But you can make this with cardstock if you want to, definitely. It's very easy. It's not that hard. Oh, let me take this out. Okay. So what I did then is I cut out all the flower petals. I had this filled with water, and then a drop of that liquid watercolor paint in there, and I just actually soaked the flower petals in there once or twice. So I had this kind of base color, and instead of white. So this is optional, by the way. You don't have to do this. You don't have to. This is optional. I would like to show you all the options that there are, or you can do. But you can also just cut this out in colored cardstock, definitely. But I wanted to show you something that, that you could do. After that, it is important to let the templates dry, obviously, and that could take a while though. And then what I did is I used two different kind of ink pads, light and dark, to give it, here as you can see, light and dark, and that will give an extra dimension when assembling the flower. So I have here, I've made This I use dark and dark, so I think I'm just gonna use the light one for this one. That will give different shades and more lifelike looking. This is chalk ink from Deco Time. I'm not sure if you can find it, but just use whatever you have. This is Sugar Donut. It's dark pink. Any brand will do, definitely, no problem. And this one is Memento Lux, which I had for like 100 years. And it's Angel Pink. And it's been, I really had this for like ages, seriously. So it's kind of dried out, but I know that in the end, if you just take it off at the bottom, still would be ink. And you can also make it wet. But anyways, coloring. So there are, I'm going to show you one petal. I'm going to show you how to color them, okay? So with one petal, you could, like, for example, just shade the tip. Okay, I can't use this one because it's too light. And then you won't see it in the video tutorial. So I'm first to use the darker one. Okay, so what you could do is this, for example. You can't color them all the same. That's one. That's like the tip, right? And then what you do here, you have to do at the back. Here. And then the other one is like even, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And the other one is completely pink except for the bottom part. It's like that. I leave that. So what we have to do here, we have to do at the back. So one flower, like this one for example. This one is half, as you can see. You see that? Half. Half, half. And this one is fully colored. I think that's all I did, actually. But you can also definitely just, whoops, leave it and just color a tip, for example. So I'm going to show you how I colored them. And you can do that. And you can also do this if you want to. See? There. That's it. That's what you do. Have fun. And obviously this one is completely colored. You see? Now, the one that when you completely colored it like a whole pink, we do not use the green. But for those that you have colored like half with white, we are going to use the green. Oh, putik. Oh, that's a lot, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a mistake, guys. Oof. That's... Oh my gosh, that's too much. Okay, well, forget that. Let's do this. Just light green or bamboo green. This one is actually... here. What? Scheiße. This is Versacolor 69 Bamboo. Oh man. I used a whole new one. This one is a bit drier, which I've often used a lot. So if you don't want this to happen, just use makeup sponge, guys. Unless you have one that's already like kind of empty and dried out, you can use that one. But if it's brand new, please use makeup sponge. And what you do then is just use this makeup sponge, stamp it, and then use that to color, okay, instead of this whole thing, because that will happen. I got the wrong one. You want to shade it, not completely color it. Oh gosh, look at this. It's a mess. So what I'm gonna do now is that's just gonna be the inside. Oh, and the paper tore. Oh gosh. I don't know why this keeps happening in the tutorial. Nothing in the tutorial, but that's okay. Just leave it like that. It happens in real life too. That's so sad. Okay, and now I'm also going to color this. Pick a side, just one, the back side and or whatever. The front side we are gonna completely shade it, just like that. This is the front, by the way. There. Why is it wet? I think I made it wet. So that one, and then flip it, and we're just gonna do the top part, not the bottom part. Okay. Because we're gonna attach that part, that area, to the flower petals. I'll show you that. Oh man, so annoying. And now where did my flower petals go? You also ate right, but where did it go? What happened? Did it flew? Huh? I had two of these. One was for the tutorial. Hold on. Well, I can't seem to find it anymore. I don't know what happened. Maybe it flew away when we were... Huh? That's so strange, man. Oh well. Well, I'm just gonna use this one then again. Just have one. For this, I have flower. You can do whatever. Actually, to be honest, you can do one with two. You can do one with three of them. You can also have none, and then you can have one, as you can see. Okay, just that's okay. And three flowers, and yes, this one will have four. Okay. Ah, okay. I know what that was. This was just for the tutorial. Ah. Okay, great. I'm gonna pre-heat my glue gun. Okay. For this petal, all we're gonna do is just shape it like that. Use the tiniest embossing tool that you have. And just emboss it. And now I'm gonna, what's this? Oh. And then I'm gonna use a black pen, black marker, and just put some black there in the center. That's it. I'm gonna shape this with the, oh. Well, mine is very wet, so it's very hard to emboss, as you can see when it's wet. Anyways, we're just gonna emboss it. Just like that. Lift them up. Here you go. And here, I'm gonna create veins by using my fingernail art tool, and we're just gonna score lines here. First in the center, and then create veins. I'll draw out in a bit what kind of veins I did now. So what I did was this. a line in the center. I'm following the shape of the petal. See that? And then I'll start here at the bottom. And we'll start here again, and then there. That. That's how you do. Very easy. You can pause it if you didn't see it clearly. Rewind and pause. That thing is stuck in there. That's the back. Okay, now that I also have filmed oleander, which I actually wanted to make a bit smaller for the bouquet, and then seeing the Bougainvillea, which is very close to the lifelike size, I was like, yeah, I should have just made the oleander bigger too, but that's okay. Let me take a sip. If you have to make the oleander, and then you can, you can make them a bit larger if you want. Oh man, this mess. Well, good thing this is just for the video tutorial. I won't be using this because I already have the flower prepared there. And I'm just gonna fan them, like whatever. So some of those branches I have 2, and then I have 3. I guess I'll be missing 1 or 2, unfortunately. Okay, now for the leaves. All I'm gonna do is again emboss a fishbone, center, and then straight lines to the side, but a bit, oh, that's far from each other. Create some space from each other, just like that. Do you see? Okay, flip it, and then we are going to emboss in between those lines. Create dents, and that will cause a relief. And see? And that's it. That's what we do for the leaves. Now for the flower petals, because you're gonna get glue, I'm gonna use a bamboo skewer, and I am going to apply glue. Like this is just gonna fold it. This is, for example, this is half of the template. Okay, just don't fold it in real life. That's half, and we're just gonna apply glue below it, just until below it, not completely until half, just so this is half, and this part I didn't glue of the half, like here. And I'm just gonna connect these 2 pieces together, these 2 ends. Just like that. If you're using cardstock, then I also would suggest to just maybe use these clips so they stick together, let it dry, or glue gun. Or hold it until it's dry. Glue gun will dry immediately. But you can use those clips if you want. Paper clips, any clips, or there. That's it. Now we are going to I'm gonna use my bamboo skewer and shape the petals a bit by using my index finger and thumb and this bamboo skewer. Placing it here, push, push. See, and we're shaping it already. Push, push. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, this is optional. This part you can leave it straight if you want to. That's no problem. But this part, we are going to curl it back some back. When you let it up, I think I'll let this one up because it's stirred, and then one you can do diagonally if you want to. That's it. And it will look very lifelike, right? Okay. Next, get a prepared cotton wire. Because the stems are really small. Okay. Up. How long should they be? Let me check. I've got this one, and this is about 10 centimeters, so that's 4 inches. Okay, and I'm gonna use my bent nose plier, place it on the tip of the wire. I'm gonna create a pinhole, there you go, and flatten it a bit there. Position my bent nose plier on top of it and push this one down. And then we have here a platform. I'm gonna get my glue gun, which is already hot because I just heated it up, and attach this, oops, at the bottom. And this thing is still wet though. Be careful that you do not burn yourself. I would not want you to burn yourself. And that's it. And push that up. That's what you get. There you go. Ta-da! I have one here actually, which I like more because it's darker. There. So I'm just gonna use that one because it's dry already. Okay. I think I lost 2 petals, 2 flower petals in total, I guess. Seems like it. But I think I'll just use this one anyways. Tear it or not. Whatever. Okay, going back to... oh, wait, hold on. Now I am going to get my hobby tweezers. Okay. Oh, wait, we forgot. Now we have to shape these. Get my hobby tweezers or bamboo skewer. What should I do? I don't remember. Okay, I guess it's bamboo skewer. And we are gonna shape. So this is like divided in half, bottom part and top part, right? As you can see, the top part will be shaping them from the back, which is not colored. That's like that. Pinch it, and we're leaving the bottom part flat. That's it. There. So it's shaped and appeared thinner. And then for depending on how many petals or flowers you want to use for or those florets I mean to use for a flower, I'm going to use the tip and bend it like that, and that will be my platform for the flower petal. I'm going to use a hot glue a bit, not too much, so it dries faster, and attach it on top. No, it's not there. I have been coloring, guys, and I have been and what I also do is, like, for example, use my nails to, there's like glue everywhere underneath it. And I've already filmed. This is my second tutorial. So, and that's it. And then we're gonna apply glue here. At the bottom part. Insert it. Now this is a certain way that you can attach this. And I want this to be at the center, attached at the center of the petals. So, actually, does it work? Oh yeah, it does. So we do keep it in there, push. Okay. Find the position. Use your hobby tweezer. Position it at the center of the petal. Okay, we want it to be at the center of the petal. And we want the half there to be attached to the petal. More down, I guess. Push it all the way down. As much as you possibly can, that's important. This is the easiest way I could. Though I had to think about this. What I would have done. I wanted to do just create it with floral tape, and then I was like, okay, then we're gonna have 3 wires for each, and it's gonna be thick, as thick as this, and I didn't want that, so I so I designed this thing. This tabon, and so you can just use 1 wire and have it very petite. So this one I stirred, but I'm okay with that. That's fine because flower tear too in real life. And we just let it dry. And this is what you do: prepare all your templates at once, and then yeah, just let it dry. Also, what you could do is, if you're cutting all those prepared floral tapes, prepared cotton wires, and you have some small pieces left, don't throw them away, because I have used them as kind of I don't know what they are, but I think they're small branches that sticks out. So I've used those. I've used them. Again, this is optional. Here you see, because it can be it can be sharp, like really sharp. I've reused them and attached them here. I had an inspiration photo which they had, so I tried to imitate that by using. But again, if you don't have to, if it's too sharp. If you're making it for someone, don't do it. Or you don't want them to get hurt. But if you want to have fun, well, it's okay. I'm just gonna cut this in like small pieces. 2.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, like 1.5, 1 inch, something, or a bit smaller. It's okay. Is that it? I guess that's it. And then good luck, have fun. So color your petals first, and then while you're coloring and you're waiting for your petals to dry, you can prepare the stamen, you can prepare the leaves, you can prepare the florets, no? And then there's just other times to, there are things to do when you are waiting for it to dry. But again, you can just use cardstock, colored paper, whatever you have. just use that. But I really wanted to show this, how to shade it instead of, you know, because using colored paper, it's easy, and I wouldn't have to show you how I color them, but that's why I do this. But it doesn't mean that you have to. But just in case that those who likes to will know how to, because then I showed it to them. Always giving them people options, and then showing them instead of, because I've experienced that sometimes, like, I wish you did this, I wish you did that. So I try to gather all those feedbacks I received and implement it when it's possible. So now coloring it, I've colored it, and give you many examples of what you could use. And yeah, for those who wants to. But those who like, I know I don't want that, I just want to don't color it. Use, I don't want to use sketching paper because then don't use sketching paper, use cardstock. Yeah. But when you're using Cricut and you want to use sketching paper, it apparently tears because there's no copy paper. I don't know, I don't have a Cricut, but I think you just have to experiment with the settings, I guess. That's it. Well, good luck, have fun, and I will see you in part 2. Okay?